So Jaguar has decided after a very long time to rebrand one of the most iconic logos in all of cars and all of branding, and they've decided to change things up, I guess. And the new logo is terrible. It's very bad, and this has caused a lot of backlash against the company. Deservedly so, because this makes no sense, and this new logo is so bad. So we live in this age of minimalism, which I'm sure has some very fancy definition that I can throw on the screen. But minimalism is basically the idea that you take something that is artistically vibrant and you strip it down of anything that would be deemed unnecessary, and you just keep the geometric shapes. You just keep the absolutely necessary parts to a logo to convey exactly what it is. And I talk about this a lot in my personal life. I think that we have regressed a lot as a society from great architecture, beautiful architecture, down to something that is very minimalistic, something that is, again, just the parts that are necessary, like buildings, statues, whatever. And I think it's depressing, honestly. I think that art is one of the most beautiful things we have. I think that there are so many just creative and brilliant artists that are out there today who really aren't able to unleash their full potential because they're being held back by this stupid corporate idea that clean minimalism is actually something that is artistic, when in reality, I just think it lacks character and it's very ugly. So if you go back in time and you look at a company's history of logos, I would almost always personally take the older logos over the newer logos. And so just to take a look at a few that I thought of for this video, one would actually be Apple. So a lot of people don't even know this, but in Apple's original design for their logo, we can see Isaac Newton sitting under a tree reading a book, and we have an apple. So of course, we know where this story comes from. And it says Apple Computer Company in just this beautiful flowing font. And you have this piece that's wrapping around it. I think that's beautiful. If that was the Apple logo, I would be like, this is dope. I would love to have that be on the back of my iPhone or the back of my MacBook or whatever. And maybe there was some kind of trademark or copyright issues with actually using Newton in something. Maybe, I don't know. But the point still stands that the old logo is much more fun than the new logo, which is just the basic apple with a bite taken out of it, right? We can look at Pringles. This is actually a very big one. So if we look at the Pringles logo over time, you can see that we had the iconic Pringles guy who was in, a lot of the branding originally, a lot of the logos, a lot of the commercials. And basically you just see it stripped down over time from this fun, vibrant character to the most minimal aspects necessary to create the Pringles logo. And I think it's pretty depressing, if I'm being honest. And even Animal Planet. So we had the iconic elephant and the world, and it was in a lot of the commercials. And over time, you see it stripped down to this very basic elephant that they have now that doesn't have much character to it, and just kind of goes along with this idea of minimalism, which just continues to plague our society and basically ruin art. They also released this very weird advertisement along with this rebranding, and the advertisement says copy nothing. And you have a bunch of people in what appears to be, dresses, very interesting clothing, walking around, smashing things. And I guess this is, their way of saying we're going to break molds. We're going to, do something new. It says live vivid, create exuberant. I don't know. It's very strange. I'll put some of it on the screen. And they, I guess, thought they were really doing something brave and bold, which is what a lot of these companies do. It makes no sense to me. I think I've spoken about this in a few videos so far already on my channel, but it always amazes me that there are companies that have these large marketing departments which get paid tons and tons of money to literally just work on marketing. Like, this is what they get paid to do. For me, I'm a computer science student and I want to be a software engineer. And so if I'm in the software engineering department, we're obviously worried about the software development and stuff like that. And so there's an entire department dedicated to just graphic design, just marketing, right? And this is what they come up with. This is what someone in a room raises their hand and they're like, hey, this is a great idea. And there's never, I guess, any pushback to these ideas because I think that they are pretty terrible. And I've seen company do it after company after company, and it almost always backfires. Coca-Cola recently, I made a video about this. They released an all AI advertisement, and so I don't know what's going on in these marketing departments, but you know, they are not doing things very well. Let's just say that. The comments are absolutely hilarious because of course Jaguar here isn't focusing on cars, I guess, which is what they've been known for a very long time. They're trying to do something different maybe, but it's very confusing. And if you look at the comments, they are super funny. If you look at the comments, they're actually really funny because the advertisement is clearly very confusing. Jaguar for many years has focused on cars, and this ad doesn't really convey anything. It just says that they're going to do something bold. And Elon Musk actually commented and said, "Do you sell cars?" And that has 212,000 likes compared to 13,000 likes in the original post. So just a ginormous ratio. The next one I see says, "This is surely a joke." That has 31,000 likes. It's another huge ratio. Someone said, "I thought you guys made cars." And basically, if you continue to scroll down, they just all say, "Where are the cars?" The almost more frustrating thing here is that they are responding to most of these comments with very pretentious little nothingisms where they just say things like "a pivotal moment" or "we do, all will be revealed," or "the story is unfolding, stay tuned." So I don't know. This is just, again, one of these companies who is pushing the boundaries and who wants to be different. And I love the fact that people are pushing back against it and just saying this is dumb. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I always like to hear from you guys. Do you guys support minimalism in design? I hope not. What are some other logos that you have seen stripped down that makes you very sad? But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm still pushing for 500 subscribers, so please sub to the channel if you can. And I will see you guys in the next video.